Welcome back, Mogverse. Today we're taking a deep and detailed look at one of the legendary heavy-haul vehicles that played a critical role in U.S. Army logistics in the late 20th century, the Oshkosh M911. If you're a fan of military trucks, heavy-duty transporters, or engineering marvels that carry tanks and armored vehicles across continents, you're in the right place. We'll cover the background, design, performance, operational use, strengths and limitations, and even what these trucks are worth today, all in English and with the kind of detailed insight you need for an in-depth YouTube review. The Oshkosh M911 is a heavy equipment transporter tractor that was developed in the 1970s by Oshkosh Corporation for use by the United States Army. It was designed as a commercial heavy equipment transporter (CHET) to replace older, less capable heavy tractors. The idea was to adapt a strong commercial design, specifically based on Oshkosh's J2065 tractor, into a rugged military vehicle capable of towing massive payloads over highways and challenging terrain. Brokopedia. What makes the M911 fascinating is how Oshkosh took a commercial platform and turned it into a military workhorse. It was procured in significant numbers, roughly around 1,000 units were delivered to the U.S. Army beginning in the late 1970s and through the early 1980s. They were paired with the M747 60-ton semi-trailer to form a complete heavy equipment transporter system, one that could haul main battle tanks and other heavy military vehicles across long distances. Brokopedia. At its heart, the M911 is a 22.5-ton, or roughly 18.2-ton curb weight, 8x6 tractor unit with a powerful diesel engine and a design focused on torque and hauling power rather than speed or agility. The Detroit Diesel 8V9 2T8 turbocharged V8 engine produces around 430 to 450 horsepower and a massive amount of torque, exactly what you need to move extremely heavy loads across long distances. Wikipedia +1. The drivetrain is built around an Allison CLBT 755-speed automatic transmission, coupled with a 2-speed Fuller at 1202 transfer case that enables the 8x6 drive configuration. Together, these components give the truck the traction and flexibility it needs to haul heavy trailers on roads and off-road. Brokopedia. On level highways with a full 60-ton payload, the M911 could maintain speeds of up to 43 miles per hour, about 69 kilometers per hour. Of course, when climbing gradients, especially steeper ones around 3%, that speed drops significantly, with the truck making roughly 14 miles per hour, about 23 kilometers per hour, while fully loaded. These aren't sports car figures, but they're impressive for a vehicle hauling tens of tons of tanks or armored vehicles. Oshkosh equipment. The design also included dual Braden hydraulic winches, each rated at 45,000 pounds of pull capacity. These winches were used to help load disabled vehicles onto trailers or to position heavy equipment in tight terrain, a vital function when coordinating logistics in the field. Brokopedia. The M911 is also engineered to operate in a surprisingly wide range of environments. The tractor was designed to run reliably in extreme temperatures, from as low as -25 degrees Fahrenheit (-32 degrees Celsius) to as high as 125 degrees Fahrenheit (52 degrees Celsius) without the need for additional kits or modifications. That temperature range made it suitable for everything from cold weather European operations to hot desert environments. Oshkosh equipment. One of the more interesting features from a design standpoint is the air-suspended non-driving pusher axle. This axle allows the vehicle to adjust axle loads, which helps comply with various local road weight restrictions. That's not something many people think about when they imagine a tank transporter, but it's key for moving such massive vehicles over civilian roads during deployments or transport missions. Oshkosh equipment. The M911's crew cab typically accommodated a driver and 2 additional personnel, making it a 3-man crew vehicle. While the cab wasn't armored like a combat vehicle, it did provide a fully enclosed space with the basic instrumentation and controls needed for extended highway travel and vehicle operation. Wikipedia. From an operational history perspective, the M911 first entered U.S. Army service in the late 1970s and was widely used through the 1980s. It supported major training exercises and logistics operations in Europe during the Cold War and saw action in the Middle East during Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm in the early 1990s. The combination of reliability, power, and adaptability made it a key asset in moving heavy forces quickly and efficiently. U.S. Army Transportation Corps. However, as tank designs evolved, and as tanks like the M1 Abrams grew heavier, the M911's capacity began to fall short of the Army's needs. Even though it could haul 60-ton loads under ideal conditions, the added weight of heavier Abrams variants and other armored vehicles pushed requirements higher. As a result, the Army began transitioning to a newer and more capable tractor system, the Oshkosh M1070 Heavy Equipment Transporter, in the early 1990s. Wikipedia. By the mid-1990s, M911s were gradually phased out of frontline U.S. Army service. Some remained in limited use with national